Great good morning officers. I Sumit Kumar Singh welcome all of you in MAGADH Putra YouTube channel. My dear friends, today in this video we are going to discuss the National Education Policy 2020 and its major reforms, major transformational reforms in education sector. So recently the cabinet approved it, and it will be a major reform in the 21st century in the sector of education. So let's start. The evolution of educational policy. University Education Commission 1948 to 1949, Secondary Education Commission, Education Commission 1964-66 under Dr. D.S. Kothari, National Education Policy of 1968, 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976, Education in Concurrent List, National Policy on Education NPE 1986, NPE in 1986 modified in 1992, Programs of Action 1992, TSAR Subramaniam Committee Report 27th May 2016 and Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan Committee Report 31st May 2019. In NEP, National Education Policy 2020 consultation process. Online www.mygov.in and nearly 2.5 lakhs Gram Panchayat, 6600 blocks and 6000 ULBs, 676 districts May to October 2015. Draft NEP 2019 summary in 22 languages and audiobooks. Education dialogue with MPs. A special message of CABE and Parliamentary Standing Committee on HRD. And major reforms in higher education. So what are the major reforms in higher education? So 50% of the gross enrollment ratio by 2035. For holistic and multidisciplinary education, flexibility of subjects, multiple entry, UG program 3 to 4 years, PG programs 1 to 2 years, integrated 5-year bachelor and masters, MPhil to be discontinued. The credit transfer and academic bank of credit, HEIs, research intensive, teaching intensive universities and autonomous degree granting colleges, model multidisciplinary education and research university in or near every districts. Now the major reforms, higher education, graded autonomy, academic, administrative and financial, phasing out appreciation system in 15 years, national mission on mentoring, independent board of governors, single regulators for higher education excluding legal and medical, online self-disclosure with transparent system for approval in a place of inspections. Common norms for public and the private HEIs, private philanthropic partnership, free fixation within the board regulatory framework and the public investment in education sector to reach 6% of the GDP at the earliest. Major reforms, higher education. So what are the major reforms of higher education? National Research Foundation, NRF, internationalizations of education, integration of vocational, teacher and professional education, setting of the new quality HEIS has been made easier. Stand-alone HEIS and professional education institutions will evolve into multidisciplinary. Special education zone for disadvantaged region, National Institutes for Pali, Persian and Prakritic, National Education Technology Forum, MHRD to be renamed as Ministry of Education. The Indian language, Indian knowledge system, languages and culture and values. Focus on literature and scientific vocabulary of Indian languages. Language faculty, research on language. Strengthening National Institute for Promotion of Classical Languages and Literature. Indian Institute of Translation and interpretation IITI, cultural awareness of our own Indian knowledge system, promoting traditional art and Lokvidya. HEI school or schools complexes to have artists in residence. Use of technology. Use of technology, education planning, teaching, learning and assessment, administrations and management, regulation, self-disclosure and minimum human interface. Increasing access for disadvantaged groups. Divyang friendly education software, e-content in regional languages, virtual labs, National Education Technology Forum, NETF, and digitally equipping school teachers and students. Major reforms school education. Universalization of early childhood care education, ECCE, National Mission on Foundational Literacy and Numeracy, 5+3+3+4 curricular and pedagogical structure, curriculum to integrate 21st century skills, mathematical thinking and scientific temper, no rigid separation between arts and science, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams, education of the gifted children, gender inclusion fund and KGBVs up to grade 12, reduction in curriculum to core concept and vocational integration from class 6 onwards. Major reforms school educations. In point number 1, a new national curriculum framework for ECE, school teachers and adult education. Board examination will be a low stake based on knowledge application. Medium of instruction still at the list grade 8, preferably till grade 8 and beyond in the home language, mother tongue and regional languages. 360-degree holistic progress card of child, tracking student progress for achieving learning outcomes. National Assessment Center PARAKH, NTA to offer the common entrance examination for admission to HEIs, National Professional Standard for Teachers, book formation policy and digital libraries, a transparent online self-disclosure for public oversight and accountability. The outcomes of the NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020. Universalization from ECCE to secondary education by 2030, aligning with the SDG Sustainable Development Goal 4, attaining foundational learning and numeracy skills through national mission by 2025, 100% GER in preschools to secondary level by 2030, bring back 2 crores out of school children. Teachers to be prepared for assessment reforms by 2023. Inclusive and equitable education system by 2030. Board exams to test core concept and application of knowledge. Every child will come out of school adept in at least one skill. Common standards of learning in the public and private schools. So these are the important points, and Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan committee members, there were the members like K. Kasturi were the chairman, and Vasudha Kamath, Dr. Manjumal Bhargava, Dr. Ram Shankar Puri, Professor T.B. Katimani, Sri Krishnan Mohan Tripathi, Muzaffar Asif, Dr. M.K. Sridhar, Sri Rajendra Pratap Gupta. So these were they were the members of this committee, which is formed by the HRD, now the Education Ministry. So these are the important topic of national education policy, and I summarize in front of you by the help of the PIB PDF provided by the PIB by the Ministry of Education, and National Education Policy of 2020, major transformational reforms in education sector. So I think it is informative, and if you like it, then share it and subscribe it. Thank you. Have a great day.